All right, hasn't been a full 20 minutes, but that's okay. Just going to do a few things that you can do once the 20 minutes is up. I'm just going to do it so it's time that once it's the 20 minutes, I'm ready to pour the crust, we're ready to go. So first things first, take your 4 packages of cream cheese. Go ahead and open them, realizing that I should have done this before I turned the camera on, because there's nothing exciting about watching me cut open these packages and pour them in. But these have been sitting out for 20 minutes, so they're going to be pretty close to room temperature. Just make them a little easier. Again, if you do have the mixer, you're going to want to make sure you have this paddle attachment, not the bread hook or any of the other ones. It'll just make your life that much simpler. And so, yeah, how about that Obama speech tonight? Creative, it's late, been a long day. Just add your own soundtrack here. So, we're almost there. Once you get all 4 into the bowl, go ahead and add your sugar. You're going to want to mix for about 3 minutes. Could be a little less depending on your mixer, but just until it gets smooth. 3 is a pretty safe number though. Wish you better luck opening your packages than I have. Another reason to do it off camera, because I wouldn't look quite so messy doing this. So go ahead and clean yourself up in the meantime. Cheese is in there. Go ahead and pour the sugar in, put it down, lock it. Start it on low. Once it gets going, after about 30 seconds, I start to increase the speed again. Nothing horrible going to happen if you jump ahead. Keep the spatula handy. You're going to want to just periodically, if it starts to stick to the sides of bowls, you're going to want to move it away. In fact, we can have a little fun here. My wet hands on my brand new camera. Apologize for that horrific angle. So, what you're looking for is along the sides, anything you see sticking, just sort of scrape it off the edges to make sure it all gets mixed in. You want the sugar equally dispersed all around it. That's it there. We'll let that sit for a second. To jump back to the pedestal. Sorry. There we go. Fun and exciting, I realize. And back we go. All right. Again, it's been 20 minutes from my perspective, so the crust is settled. What you can see is I can hold it like this and it's not falling out. It's actually settled in there pretty nicely. So we're going to keep this handy. Once everything's mixed in, we are going to go ahead and pour the mixture right into that, jump it right into the oven. I also realized I said earlier to go ahead and preheat the oven. I didn't tell the temperature. In general, if it's 350, I'm just going to say preheat the oven. So that is the temperature we're going to want for this. One more scrape along the sides. Good there. Spatula. Alright, next what we're going to want to do, most of the recipes I've always seen say do 1 egg at a time. I've transferred all 4 into the bowl here. I will try to pour them 1 at a time, just let each one mix in individually. Be just careful about it. There's one. Should be fine. The good thing is once you get the first egg in, it's going to tend to stick to the side a lot less. It's definitely going to make the mixture a lot wetter. 1, 2. You can also cheat and use your finger to hold the other ones back. I'm washing quite a bit. A couple of stubborn areas sticking to the side. For those. 3. just going to rinse this out. Wash those later. One more go on high. Make sure it's all thoroughly mixed. Bang, done. Open it up, let that drip off for a second. Scrape. Move that into your sink. I'm a big fan of just doing the rinsing as you go. So it doesn't back up. Complicated so far, isn't it? Let's just zoom out just a little bit here. Exciting. All right, just take your mix and pour it right in. Very high tech again. Just start in the center. Just kind of go in circles. Don't get too close to the edge because you don't want it to ride up over the edge of the pan. And even if you pour it in the center, truthfully, gravity is going to do most of the work for you. Alright, get to that point. Now clean the spatula. Scrape the rest out of there. What you might find sometimes is when you get towards the end, you'll find little sort of unsmooth clumps. It's up to you if you feel like you need the extra and you want to get your money's worth on the cream cheese that you purchased. Go ahead and put it in. I'm not overly concerned. I've got plenty for this pan, so I'm just going to spread it out a little bit. Right up to the edges. Let that start to rinse. Dry and nothing magical here. You're going to want to take this. It's ready for baking. 350. Throw it in for. Take a look. Take your first look around 45 minutes, really, depending on your oven. Could be up to 55 to 60. 55 is the first place you're going to want to look. Try to get the rack right in the center of the oven as well. And really, that's it. So go ahead. Once that's in there, you're going to take a break for 45 minutes. So hit pause, and we will see you back then. We'll take the first look together with the camera, see if we can't see if it's ready, that we'll get to that sort of browning that's going to start along the top. It might be cracked a little bit, but that's fine. So we'll see you in 45 minutes.